recommend you just find another video that suits you, or you can just enjoy the ASMR, okay? There's no pushing anything on you. There is no stopping you from listening to this video, okay? There is no force either way. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna try to speak in a soft-spoken / whisper. It might all end up being just a whisper. See my nails? Just relax. I got some smoke going from some Palo Santo to cleanse the space. Okay. So let's just assume that you are watching this video because you are interested in the Akashic records. And the Akashic records has been in many cultures and many religions throughout time known as different things. However, after my last video about this, I did find that one of my gurus or yogi, he's Hindu, he explained things a little differently. So I am just trying to explain it the more westernized way, and we can do that too, okay? And I'll try to put a link to his video, one of his video about the Akash, in with the description or in the comments, okay? Because I really enjoy listening to Sadhguru. He's a yogi, he is a guru, I don't know 100% about Hinduism. However, I am studying it right now. So the whole point is that, I'm still learning, but so we're gonna delve into something that I'm sure a lot of you are curious about, your soulmate, and you may have heard the term twin souls. And then you have your family ties, your soul contracts, and then your I believe it's called a soul tyrant. Okay. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to give you my description right off of the bat. And I'm just like getting the smoke towards you. Okay. Bit more confidence in these videos, and that's a good thing, right? The longer you do something, sometimes the more confident you become. So basically, a soulmate is someone that you knew when you were being reincarnated. So let's go back to reincarnation. Let's assume that you're going to believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation is like, your soul needs something to develop closer to enlightenment. So basically what you're doing is you're looking down into the earth or into whatever. I'm not really sure if it's just the earth, but you're looking down and you're trying to see what has the perfect circumstances for you so that you can be reincarnated into a body that will give you the experiences your soul needs. Now, this may not be what you personally on earth in your body would want. You may ask yourself, why would I want to be in an abusive relationship? Why would I want to lose a family member like this? Why would I want this? Why would I want that? Well, it's all for enlightenment, to try to get you to go in a good direction with pain and also with learning and growing rather than going backwards and becoming a lesser vibrating frequency soul. Because we all vibrate at a certain frequency. Higher, you're closer to enlightenment. And lower, you are probably going to be going through some more reincarnation karmic cycles, okay? And remember, last time we talked about karma is not a punishment. It is consequence, good or bad. And it is simply just so that you can learn from what you may have done or thought. And if you can put yourself in that position and think to yourself, I feel really bad and I understand. If you can empathize enough, there's no need for karma. Karma does not need to teach you anything, and there would be no point to putting you in that situation to learn something that you have already learned on your own. So that is karma. And reincarnation, you are looking down to choose. So you can choose the life that best suits your soul. Okay. So, with that being said, you have guides, and we're referring to the Akash. Remember, you have guides. You have soulmates. Some people have twin flames, and I'll explain that in just a minute. Other people, you have your family members who more than likely, if you get along with them or if you don't, you have been with them throughout different lives. You have been with them and you have a connection with them. Their soul they may seem one way on earth, but their soul may be a completely different way. It's just they figured their purpose was to do what they're doing. So that's why they chose to be the mean mom or the mean dad or the annoying brother or sister or the bad guy that can't seem to get their life together, which is a very hard position to take because it can set you back with karma, okay? And in the reincarnation, Akash. So basically, a soulmate. Let's get to the thing that maybe a lot of people are curious about and picked this video for. They maybe picked this video because they're curious, have I met my soulmate? Well, according to this, according to the Akash, and according to many other and other beliefs, you more than one soulmate. Yes, you may have more than one soulmate. Now, that does not mean that it's a bad thing. Sometimes a soulmate is someone that is coming to your life and you completely coincide or resonate. Resonate is a really big word in Reiki and esoteric and things like that. So if you're just new to it, the word resonate is a very good word. It basically means that you could have possibly just resonated with this soul in the very beginning, but things change. They're only meant to be in your life for so long. This is not the case with every soulmate, and it is not something I can determine for you. Soulmates, when they come, typically do resonate with you on every level, and that's why you feel like you're so connected. In a way, you are. You decided this before you both came into this world, into these bodies. Okay. And that could have been a soul contract, or just an agreement that y'all two were meant to be together to achieve a purpose. But then sometimes you get really toxic. Soulmates get very toxic. Very toxic to the point where it's gotten to the point where they're no longer serving your life. But they may have been in and out of many lives with you. This isn't their first rendezvous, no. You guys may have had more than one life together. And that is with anyone you feel really close to. Okay. So, basically, when you have a soulmate, that doesn't mean that you will have good times always. It does tend to be that you'll end up having bad times. And those bad times are also a learning experience for your soul. A learning experience for your soul. Okay. Now you may find another soulmate and feel like that soulmate is the one you want to marry. And that one is the one that you want to work on things with, that is teaching you things. At first, things will seem absolutely perfect. And you maybe will get married or will be together for a long time. And then rough patches will come and you'll be like, oh my gosh, are we soulmates? But you'll feel this strong connection along with all the fighting or misunderstandings. That doesn't mean they aren't your soulmate. That just means that rough times, you have to change. You and your soulmate, if they can recognize, have to change. You guys have to make a change and see what it is, because other people are like mirrors. Everyone that you meet in your life is a mirror. You're looking into a mirror. If you really don't like someone, and I mentioned this in the last Akashic video, Akashic Records, everyone is like a mirror, okay? So that means that basically there's things in them that you don't like, but they're really things that you see in yourself that you don't like, or something that your soul needs to work on to learn to deal with, to be a better soul. Okay? It may not even be a trait that you have. It could possibly just be something you need to learn to work with. Okay? To work with. So, soulmates. You can have more than one. In the beginning, it always seems like everything resides, everything resonates. Resonate meaning it's like you are like two peas in one pod or something along those lines. And it'll be good in the beginning, and it can have its rough times. Not always, but a soulmate could be you have one, or you could have 2, 3, 4. It depends on what your soul needs and what you decided before you came here. Okay. So you can get your akashic record line read and cleared from karma. And that's where the money comes in. However, I don't do that. And I also am, you will find, I am strongly against making people pay a lot of money for things. Knowledge. Getting certified in Reiki. I do believe that you should have to prove you know what you're doing, because we need to make sure there's a system in place to help people. Not just, oh, I got certified or I got attuned and now I am this. Okay. So we need to make sure there's a system in place, and unfortunately sometimes it does cost money. But I'm one of them people that I'm hoping I won't have to charge for a Reiki one when I become, technically I'm already a Reiki master, but when I become a Reiki master teacher. Okay. So the akashic is the same. They can read your line. They can get rid of karmic energy and help you to heal as a soul closer to enlightenment. Help you to understand yourself, because the day-to-day repetition, the day-to-day dealing with life, which is not what your soul does. Your soul gets bits and pieces of it, but maybe you need more to understand life, to navigate through life. You need to know, like, who was I in the past? Why am I here? Or, what am I meant to do with my life? Alright. So, with that being said, the akashic records, you can have your soulmates. You can have more than one. It'll seem good in the beginning. It can get turbulent. However, it doesn't have to. It can stay beautiful and lovely and wonderful like it was at one point with a soulmate. Soulmates are, more for soul development. Okay? And that's the same with your family, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad. It's like your whole family. In the book, it describes your whole family sitting at a table. And you're sitting at a table and you're all picking out your roles that will help your soul the best. Each person. This lady said that's what she's seen. And everybody had a hard time accepting that someone had to be the one that was kind of the mess up, kind of the bad guy of the family, the black sheep, because it's a very hard role to take on and play. And having kind of been a black sheep, and one of my family members being a black sheep, I would definitely agree. Definitely agree. Okay. So then you have your twin flames. Twin flames. Now, this is very similar to souls being born the way that twins are born, two separate entities. However, they have a very strong connection. Some twins don't always get along for the longest time. I would know. I have twins in my siblings. I have twins that are siblings. And they don't always get along, but when they do, they are very close. They can sense things in the other person. And they can be very difficult. I don't mean that against anyone in my family. I'm just saying from knowledge and experience dealing with different twins. But a twin flame is someone that you are born with, soul-wise, created. And you have your twin flame, and typically twin flames meet at karmic cycles, and when they do, they're like a soulmate. Like a soulmate, okay? They're like a soulmate. Except they resonate or are good together on every level. And when I say they meet at karmic cycles, it means like at the end of a cycle when things are starting to come together and the two souls are being lifted, to a higher frequency. To a higher frequency. And they are two separate souls always, just very similar and born or created just like twins in bodies. They go through their cycles. They may not meet up until the karmic cycle, or they may meet up, whenever is necessary, just like anyone else. Okay. So if you're wondering, is someone my twin, my soul flame, my twin flame? Twin flame is the common word. So let's go with twin flame. Are they your twin flame? Okay, well, do you feel like you have discovered yourself? Do you feel like you understand karma and the karmic cycles? Do you feel like you're close to going to a higher frequency? Are you at the end of a karmic cycle? You only have one twin flame if you are born a twin flame. Now, I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to be honest with you, if that means that you only have one soulmate. But they are definitely your soulmate, because they are so close and they resonate so much with you. Okay? They resonate so much with you. Coming together. They resonate so much with you. So, it will definitely be different than a regular soulmate, where you could have more than one. It will be as if you are one, or you together are one. because you are twins. Twins often are very similar, and they were two inside of one womb at one point, if you think of it that way. Okay, a lot of the same ideals in life, and like I said, during a karmic shift, but they can meet up many times before and many times during, but typically it's not as much as your soulmate. So now let's make sure that we know the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. A twin flame is a soul that you came into existence with your energy, your soul, with. Okay. And a soulmate is someone that you probably made a soul contract, which I'm about to talk about next. Soul contract with, which means it was a contract that you guys made to help each other in life, even if it's something you're like, why would I want this to happen? You knew before you came down here that there were things you were going to be doing that were going to be very difficult and maybe trying. That's why you have your guides, your spiritual guides, and your guides on earth, because they help, and God, of course, they help to keep you in the right direction, because it's not easy and it's not meant to be something that you're just going to click and get. So your soulmates, you can have more than one. You will resonate with them. You can stay resonating with them, or you could end up being very catastrophic and end up leaving, and they will always be a part of you, because a lot of times you get reincarnated more than once with a soulmate. And even if you don't, there's just this really strong connection there, but sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, we're not meant to be together. And if you are, then you'll stay. Okay? And that can be just a soulmate. But a twin soul is more specific. It is basically your twin, but not with your body, with your soul. And they come and they work with you for specific reasons, and they typically always resonate with you. Typically, you always resonate with them. From the beginning to the end, you resonate with them. And they come when you have learned a lot. Typically. That doesn't mean always, okay? Remember. But the main thing between a soulmate and a twin soul is, a twin soul is you are connected regardless. Soulmate, you are connected. You feel good together, but you may not be meant to be together forever. And if you are on a different level, okay? Not the same as being born with a twin. Just think about being born, if you can, with a twin here on Earth. It's very similar, okay? Yes, it's very similar. I still got some smoke going from Palo Santo incense, so I'm kind of getting it into your area. And it smells so good. I hope you can smell it. Hopefully you can smell it. It's so sweet. And it's so cleansing and relaxing. Alright, so then you have your soul tyrant, which could be just an everyday, today person. That does not mean to be a tyrant. But this could be the person that you're driving in your car and they're driving terribly, or you are, and they flip you off or swear at you and you can tell, or they do something really crazy or, just ridiculous. That is a soul tyrant. And it's not necessarily that they're meant to be in your life. They might be there to test you, to help you not react, so that you don't give up your emotions and you stay in control in your life. That could be the reason for all these soul tyrants. If you find yourself coming across them very often, that's what that can be. But they're just your everyday, today people. Some of them, they just drive you absolutely insane. Driving crazy through traffic, flipping you off, or really rude customer service, no regard for other people, things like that. Okay. So soul tyrants are pretty simple to understand. They are just the day-to-day, hard to deal with souls that irritate you, and you have to practice staying in control of your emotions and how you feel, okay? Your emotions and how you feel. How you feel. So, they're pretty simple to understand, okay? Now, another word that you may hear quite often is a soul contract. Now, what is soul tie? Sorry. Let's do soul tie first, okay? So, soul tie is you bonded with someone, whether it was, before reincarnation, you told yourself, this is what I'm going to do in my life. I'm going to get a soul tie with this person. Or if you've come across someone and you decided to be with them and you ended up having this tie or cord. You get cords. Even in Christianity, they believe in soul ties. Cords that you get with other people that connect you energetically. And in Reiki, we do cord cutting. Yes, we do a little bit of cord cutting. Something I'm trained in, so if you need to get someone off of your mind or start to work on it, it can take more than one session, but cut them cords and sear them shut. That's what we do. But soul ties can be connected with a cord or an energetic cord, and it could just be from passing or dealing with someone for a long time. Sleeping around with people, being promiscuous, can cause you to have a lot of soul ties. You take on a person's energy when you do things that are promiscuous, or you hang out with a lot of people. So you want to be very choosy of who you decide to do that with. Now, am I judging? No, not at all. Never would I ever judge you. Okay? So if you need cord cutting, I'm here for you. Typically about 4 sessions. And you'll find that they're off of your mind and you're like, I don't even think about them anymore. I've had it done myself. And I've had some serious soul ties. Okay. So those are just, they kind of bind you to a person. It can be an agreement, but more than likely it's just someone you have dealt with for a long time and you'll find them on your mind. A soul contract is more in depth. It is something that you choose, both of you, you made a contract with one another. Okay, you made a contract with one another that you both were going to do this. You both were going to do this to achieve something for your soul. If you could accomplish it, okay? So that's what it is, the contract between you and another soul to help one another. What you need, you give to them, and what they need, they get from you. And hopefully it goes out and it works out in a way that both of you come out higher on a karmic level and you vibrate at a faster frequency. Okay? So that is what a contract is. It can be with a soulmate. It can be with someone that you just is in your life and is close to you. That maybe you formed a soul tie and in the next life you have a soul contract. It could just be a random person. It could be a friend, family member. It could be one of your soulmates. So a soul contract is kind of binding. It's like we made this agreement. We have to try here for the greater good. Okay? So that's what that is. And basically, I know the most important thing that people are going to wonder is, do I have my soulmate? Well, you know the answers. Did you guys resonate? Meaning, were you connecting on every level when you met? That doesn't mean it's gonna stay that way. Trust me, I've had more than one soulmate. So, some you're meant to stay with. Some you're meant to just go and meet for a certain amount of time for a purpose, and then they're gone. And that is true with people too. You may meet someone, think you're going to be good friends for a long time, only know them for a short time. Let him go. Release what no longer serves you, and it is no burden or offense to them, because it is just you are meant to meet each other in passing in a certain time. And it does not mean that you have to constantly or be friends for the rest of your lives. Okay? Sometimes that can be a bit sad, but sometimes you can just learn what you were meant to learn from it, and then move on and allow what serves you. Allow what serves you. Allow what serves you. So now we've went through quite a bit of akashic records, and it's not just the akash. It's in a lot of beliefs. So the reason why Sadhguru said they bow in Hinduism is because he does not want to take on someone else's energy, where people in the Western world want to give hugs right away and want to shake hands. Not only are you exchanging germs, you're exchanging energy that can linger on and cause soul ties and things on your auric field that are gunky and nasty that you have to get cleansed. It can also interfere with your soul. You might need some reiki, or you might find yourself feeling the same energy as that person. Maybe not at first, but maybe after some time. So always be mindful. when you meet people, right now is the perfect time to be like, I don't shake hands because sickness. Now is the perfect time in the Western world where if someone wants to shake your hand, you can be like, I don't shake hands, but I'm really glad to meet you. But you're also saving yourself some energy, okay? Some soul energy. So that's a good thing too. Okay. So what did we learn today? In Akash, it says we often get reincarnated with our family. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, things like that. We often get reincarnated with them and have a very strong connection with them, even though we all can think of that one brother or sister or whoever that we just don't like. I don't get it. I really don't. But you know what? It's okay. You do your part. And you just, whatever their soul came for or the purpose is, it's not your job to hold their hand and make sure that they go down that path of recognizing, of doing the right thing, of recognizing, being a good soul or not good, because that sounds like good, bad, gonna be punished. No, it's more like, if they're not doing good, then that's their issue. But you dealing with them is your karma, is your soul going to a higher level. So you get reincarnated with them quite a bit. There are soulmates. You can have more than one. That doesn't mean I'm saying that you are gonna have more than one. You could have just one, and that be your soulmate. You could get along with them in the beginning and not get along with them in certain points and then get along with them again. Or you can get along with them the whole time with some fighting to help understanding. So, or you could end up having more than one soulmate. You may have soul ties because a soulmate came into your life and you had a hard time letting them go. So you have this soul connection, these like strings of energy. That's why we do cord cutting, like I mentioned earlier in Reiki. Cord cutting, and usually that helps to eliminate thinking about them, because they can take up a lot of your memory if it's that bad or whatever, if it's that serious. And then we also have our twin flame, which is like, I think it's kind of rare, but I'm not sure, so don't take my word on this. A twin flame is someone that a soul is born energetically as a soul with, and they typically always are soulmates and coincide with everything, resonate with everything. They're like this. Two peas in a pod. Okay? And they will be in and out of each other's lives throughout reincarnation and karma. And then we have our soul tyrants that test us. Soul contracts, which we make with other souls to help us to learn and get on a higher frequency, or we will stay at the same or go lower if we do not go along with it. Of course, we want to go along with it, right? Now, let's see. What else do we have? We have soul ties, soul contracts, family, twin souls, soulmates, soul tyrants. We have a lot of things here. Being promiscuous, like I said, or being too friendly, being too touchy, feely. And in the Akash and Hinduism, is not a good thing. It's not just germs, it's energy. Like, I don't want your germy energy. I don't want your tainted energy. Bless you. Love and light to you. That's why they bow like this. And like I said, I learned that from a guru called Sadhguru. He is my favorite. He is not so much like you would think of the Dalai Lama, just always saying the nicest possible thing, and I'm not sure if that is what the Dalai Lama does. I've read some of his books, but I've never really watched any videos on him. But as for Sadhguru, the yogi, or guru meaning teacher, yogi, he practices, he says things blunt, but he says it in a way where he's always so joyful. He laughs, he makes you laugh at the way you've seen things, and he makes you think differently. But he's not going to always tell you in the sweetest, nicest way. No. Not Sadhguru. So anyways, I hope you guys liked your lesson on the Akash and souls that you come across. That is just a simplistic little lesson there. And hopefully it was somewhat relaxing as it was intended. And if you guys are interested, I can go more in depth in a certain, topic. Just let me know. Okay? Just let me know. I'm here for you, you know that. If you are a subscriber on my channel, I am here for you. Okay? So, I hope